Hi, this is Barry Schwartz for the Search Engine Roundtable. This is a Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, August 20th, and this is the news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com over the past week. The first topic that I wanted to discuss was something that people are calling the Google brand or reputation management or whatever, something related to brand update. And now if you do a search for sort of brand names plus a query string, what you'll see is that Google is showing a lot of search results specifically from the brand. So you'll get like dozens of results from the same domain name. So let me show you an example. If you do a search for Apple Help, I'm going to bring it up on my screen so you can see it. Let me just show people my screen. And if you do a search for Apple Help in Google, you'll see the first several results are from Apple.com. And this works for a bunch of domain names, a bunch of brands, and people are calling this the brand update, obviously, which is pretty helpful for. I don't think people can hear me. Which is pretty helpful for specifically how people search for things. So if you see this Apple.com results, it's pretty annoying for certain people, and I'm not sure why Google's doing this. Typically, they don't like to show the same type of results for the same type of search result page, but they don't like to show these results for the same domain. But now they're doing that extensively for very specific type of brand searches. It kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it's not the Google way. So we're not really sure why Google's doing this. Maybe it's a bug, maybe not. We haven't heard back from Google yet on why this is happening. Let's move on to the next topic, another Google-related topic. Is this a bug or a feature? Specifically, the conversion blog posted basically that Google is showing all Google-related pages for a specific type of search. So basically, the guy did a search for car rental New York City, NYC, and up came only Google Place pages in the results. Let me show you his picture. And you can see he did a car rental New York City search, and up comes this search result page with the map over here, but it also shows place pages, which is interesting. So it's pretty interesting to see why this is happening. Again, I'm not really sure exactly why. It might be a bug. Google confirmed that they're testing stuff like this, but the question really is why is this Google testing something that's all purely Google results? It's obviously not something fun and something useful for a lot of people. So again, that's another Google anomaly. The big news this week was related to Yahoo and Bing. Specifically, Yahoo finally announced that they will be they actually will be transitioning over the Bing powered search results to Yahoo by the end of this week, or within a week. And they announced this on, I think, Tuesday, and it should be complete within a week or so. But a lot of people are actually seeing the Bing powered Yahoo results on the Yahoo search results. They said you'll notice it when you actually do a search in Yahoo, and the thing says powered by Bing. And we actually noticed this as well recently. And let me show you my screen. It says in tiny little fonts, powered by Bing, and that's like font size 8. So I asked, is Yahoo embarrassed by this? I mean, why are they just hiding it so much? So that's actually happening. A lot of people are noticing that Yahoo is now fully powered by Bing in the U.S. and Canada. If you don't see it yet in your U.S. and Canada, you probably will see it by the end of this week or so. But what does this mean for Yahoo Site Explorer? What does this mean for SearchMonkey? What does this mean for Boss? They gave us some answers. Site Explorer is going to stay around for a while. They hope to transition that completely into the big Webmaster tools. Boss is going into a paid model completely, which will be powered somewhat by Bing and Yahoo at the same time. And SearchMonkey, they're getting rid of all the developer tools, but they're keeping the rich text markup solution that they have. So that's pretty useful. Again, that's Yahoo. Again, in short, Yahoo's powering Bing right now. Bing is powering Yahoo right now in US and Canada. You'll see the powered by Bing at the bottom of the Yahoo search results. Site Explorer will be ultimately integrated into Bing Webmaster Center, and Boss is going to be paid model, powered by both Bing and Yahoo, and SearchMonkey will get rid of all developer tools, but they will keep the rich text markups that they're using on the Yahoo search results. Bing might also include that as well. Google now has added a new way to verify your website in Google Webmaster Tools. They allow you to now use your Google Analytics account code to verify it. So if you embed the new asynchronous Google Analytics code on your website and you're an administrator of that website in Google Analytics, if you can now verify your ownership in Google Webmaster Tools for that. They announced this yesterday. It's pretty useful. Just gives a fourth way for you to verify your website in Google Webmaster Tools. We covered that on August 20th this morning at SERoundtable.com. comScore released their stats this week, and it showed some interesting stuff. Specifically, Google taking somewhat of a hit. They dropped 0.4%. Yahoo gained 0.4%. Microsoft's Bing stayed the same. Ask.com stayed the same, and AOL pretty much stayed the same. So Google has around the 65% market share. Yahoo has about 17%. Bing has about 11%. I think Hitwise came out with search stats before that, and they said that Bing actually has more search share than Yahoo. Again, these are just search statistics, so it's pretty interesting to see what's going on. Big news. We usually talk about Google News, Yahoo News. We rarely talk about big news. And there was a thread over Webmaster World by somebody who was a webmaster who was included in Big News. And that webmaster said that he gets a nice amount of traffic from it because it's very selective. Bing is very selective of who they put in there. Google News is much more unselective. Google News pretty much accepts a lot of people as opposed to Big News. But Big News, if you're selected, you get a lot of traffic because it's not somebody's sources in there. He also said that he saw an uptick in retweets, and he came from that. Also, because I guess they have the tweet button in Big News. Also, Big News seems to have some type of 2-day delay for some of his posts, and obviously that seems a bit buggy. So I'm not sure exactly what is going on with that. Facebook now is allowing people to say where they are. It's called Facebook locations or places, and when you launch your iPhone app, the Facebook app, or you go to the HTML5 enabled mobile Facebook page, and you're able to go ahead and check into certain locations. So when you check in, it's basically similar to Foursquare, where you can actually check into different places, and also Google Buzz, and it allows you to share your location with friends. Obviously, this is going to have a major impact going forward on those type of location tools, and we'll see how that plays going forward. We have several logos for you to share with you this week. So I'm going to bring up my screen and zoom it in. It was Chinese Valentines Day, so Google had a special logo in Google Kong. Baidu and Sogo also had logos for that. It was Independence Day Korea. Here's a logo for that. It was Google Japan. They had a Kyoto festival, so they had a special logo for that. Also, because of all the floods, the devastating floods that happened over there, Google, Baidu, Yahoo Japan, they all had special white-black logos. Also, Bing had a logo or their feed that was all black with a candle. Speaking of logos, Google India had an Independence Day logo. It was animated, it looked pretty nice. Let me show you that to you by refreshing. And basically, when you did click through, it actually spelled independence wrong. So that was pretty interesting. Finally, on the logo front, the first time we ever saw Google dogs on Google as a Google logo, and basically Google Russia commemorated the Soviet space dogs, which they sent up to space to test space travel. And this is a picture of the dogs Belka and Sтрелка that went up on August 19th, 1960 to space. So that pretty much covers that. Finally, this week was SES San Francisco, which explains why I'm so tired and I'm not so energetic with this video. But basically, we covered 35 sessions or so. I'd like to reach out and thank SES for having us there. We covered tons of sessions of real live time blogging. I also like to thank our volunteers, Carrie Morgan from MyNextCustomer.com, Ben Pfeiffer and Shannon Woodruff from RankSmart.com. They tirelessly live blog this event for anybody who couldn't come, and if you missed it, just go to SERoundtable.com, go to August 20th, and you'll be able to catch the recap of all that stuff. So thanks so much for tuning in to the Search Buzz video recap. My name again is Barry Schwartz. This is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at SERoundtable.com. Today is Friday, August 20th. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great weekend. The rest up. Bye.